And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta, in our initiative run.
Reporting in.
We're pretty much winning the game. We're in the process of carrying the game home, I think, at this point.
We'll see what they're up to.
At your service.
In the case of the EU, we definitely need to get the cohesion back under control. So I'm going to turn mission control off, we're going to turn boost off, we're going to turn funding off for the moment. And we're going to turn the environment off, because I'm not too worried about that. We're just going to focus on those four things. Economy, welfare, knowledge, government. I'll actually add in Unity as well. All of these directly deal with something that makes the nation unstable. We need to keep the GDP growing, because declining GDP lowers cohesion, if memory serves, or inequality or something. Welfare, obviously, lowers inequality, which improves cohesion. Knowledge doesn't change the rest point, but moves you towards 5. Government, the closer you are to 10, the harder it's pushing towards 5. Unity pushes you up, right? So we want to be away from 0. We don't really need to care too much about getting it to 5, but we really need to get away from 0. If we get it around 2, I'll back off on the Unity.
Offering support.
Offering support.
Oh, and one thing I was going to do, I just remembered, is let's see what our antimatter ships would look like if instead they were in the new drive type. So, yoink off the power plant and the drive, and we're looking at... That's the antimatter one. Rhodium converter torch. Oh, because that doesn't go with the hydrogen drive. So you have to take the hydrogen thing, or the hydrogen storage off. Run the inertial containment fusion 7 reactor. And yeah, if we run the same fuel, that's basically what we get. We'd probably slap another laser engine on here, for example, just up the laser damage a little bit. So save. Oh, that's probably not what we want that design to be named, but close enough. So these are right next to each other. We can see what the difference is. Yes, the ship is heavier. Oh, and the ship notably also uses more exotics and more nobles. Doesn't have an antimatter fuel cost, but that's the two changes, right? We double the exotics, we almost double the nobles. We are getting 100 kps more acceleration, or a more delta V, and nearly doubling the acceleration. But yeah, we could, in theory, be running those. I'm going to hold off on doing that, because our big problem right now is not antimatter, it's exotics and nobles. So this would not... If our whole goal was to go faster, this would be an upgrade. Our goal is not really to go faster, it's to have the numbers to be everywhere at once. So we're going to hold off on doing that. But we saw what that would do. If we were equipped for it, we'd probably run that. Initiative Fleet Atomic Strike has completed transfer. Select Atomic Strike, please. We'd like you to transfer it to the gas station. Beginning resupply.
I have new information.
That servants counselor's loyalty is 7. That should make them easy to turn. You are ready for new orders. Which moon is our fleet on the way to Neptune going towards? Naiad. So I will have Fleet Atomic Strike also make the transit to Naiad. Oh, we don't actually have enough... we don't have enough Delta V on board to make that transit, apparently. Okay. That's not an option. And or it exceeds the maximum transit time. If we're going to Triton or Despina. Okay. Well, Fleet Atomic Strike, you're sitting here for the moment. Well, actually, that's an interesting thought. I'd have to track the alien fleet down first, I think. We know there's an alien fleet coming for us, coming to Earth. Could you be intercepted by the atomic strike? Victor 631 is interceptable. 76 weeks. I'm going to say we don't bother with the atomic strike. We're probably better off transiting it back to Earth and having it as a very rude awakening arrival choice. Yeah, we're better off just going straight back to Earth. August 60. Yeah, we'd still beat them back to Earth. Now let's take the atomic strike back to Earth. If we fail our intercept and because we'll try to intercept them with one of the proper fleets. Fail the intercept, and these guys will be a very rude awakening. Hey, you don't like the bomb, right? The Poseidon Lantern. Now, we'll eventually turn into the Poseidon Torch, but not yet. You have repaired, and you are ship 4 out of... Uh, 481, so we'll add you to 481 back. At some point we'll have to build the other 6 missing ships here. Which wouldn't actually be that hard of a sell to do, we just need more exotics for that.
Violence is abating. Things are cooling off.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
We'll let their GDP grow a bit. And we can see the cohesion is growing. Take a while for it to get back to a comfortable place.
Ready for my mission.
Stabilizing in the Kale fight.
We'll make things safe.
And then EU, want more persuasion. You're saving it for wealthy. You're saving it for prosperous. Because otherwise there'd be more security on them at this point. I don't really need plus... Actually, can we have you do the turn counselor? 42% base, and then we can crank that up to 95. That'll be fine.
Reeling them in.
Yeah. There we go. There's the batch deploying at Mercury. I'll have this guy do the intercept motion. there an interceptor we can do? Yes. Oh, that explains it. The answer to is there's an interceptor we can do is yes. That doesn't burn all the fuel, and that is you wait for them to arrive at Earth, basically. And you intercept them 10 minutes after they arrive at Earth. Sure, that is 10 minutes after they arrive at Earth. That's exactly when we... If we're going to wait to hit them at Earth, that's exactly where we'd want to hit them. So, sure. Commit to that burn.
Lending my expertise.
Offering counsel.
Panic.
Person of interest surveilled.
They've got a loyalty of 7, which should make them easy to turn.
They won't listen to reason.
Oof. Rolled a 97 on a 95 roll.
Things are cooling off.
Violence is abating.
And we're basically waiting for fleets to do things. We got fleets flying about, we got fleets being built. So we're rolling time and waiting for things to happen. Okay, you keep, you know, making sure that counselor doesn't go and hide.
Eyes on target.
Confirm assignments, let time pass.
Offering counsel.
Offering support.
At some point I should probably actually start spending the boost. There we go, we've arrived at Ocean Fortress Station. When we set out for here, there was a fleet here. Fleet's not here anymore. Well, we're gonna go blow the station up anyway. Make sure that there's no place for the fleet to return to. Eyeball. Arm. Unpause. Time accelerate, because this is a battle where we're just watching so that make sure our fleet doesn't do any fancy maneuvers. It's just a simple drift in and a full formation with the lasers going. So now we want the disco lights, or the laser light show, however you want to describe the bombardment here. Here we go. High-level bombardment of Silver Guardian base. We're gonna have to send the colony ship out here to get a refueling station going, but that'll be fine. Oh, you failed to follow him. Hopefully that's not a problem.
Mission cancelled.
That's... okay, it is a problem. We lost the servant. Target was destroyed. Okay, so time to get the colony ship moving. India 509, please vector to India 644. You'll be there in 5.5 weeks. Surprisingly long burn time, given how much Delta V we're burning. Would I actually be better off using a different colony ship? We got one at India 508 and Jupiter. Which you get 644 quicker. No, you take longer. Okay. Yeah, make sure to victor the right one, not the wrong one. So the one that's currently waiting at right. Yeah. We'll get there, we'll build a base, get a refueling station going, get them refueled, and get them flying.
Violence is abating.
Things are cooling off.
Debris duty. Use the laser weapon to clear some debris. Space science completed. We'll follow up with some energy. Okay. Oh, so you still have enough information to continue following them, but not enough to do a turn mission. Okay. We'll do a stabilized pass in Caliphite for at
We'll
least a
restore
round.
peace to this nation.
Maybe don't need both those people doing stabilized
Standing
there.
by for orders.
Get the other one going
We
to
will
India.
turn down the heat.
At your service.
And then you're waiting 36 for wealthy, 40 for prosperous. You want science. And we're back around the cycle. There we go. Confirm assignments. Move.
I will help them.
Offering assistance.
Another fleet launching at Ivan. And we're gonna get you heading out to Naiad. Neptune, Naiad parking orbit. You'll be there in 40 weeks. And you're there in 11 and a bit weeks. As long as it can take the colony ship to get there. 7 weeks. So we still gotta wait a month or a bit. Month and a bit. As the colony ship will arrive a little early. Can't get the EU back up to 1. We need one at least well over 1. Otherwise we run the risk of Wave of Fear coming in and driving
We've
it to
got some
0 again.
intel on our target.
Things are stabilizing.
Things are stabilizing.
Order is returning.
India 509 completes transfer. Has arrived. So select them. We do want you to merge with 644. Yeah. Join them so they'll both be at the gas station when the gas station is made. And then we select the fleet. Split the fleet, split off. Gunship, colony ship. We'll go back to letting some time pass. Rally on the flag. Let's gain the extra cohesion. Still don't think we're at the camp for funding. No, 20 something thousand per month, and we're only getting 9K. Let's go invest this influence into getting more funding. Farm assignments.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, you're pretty stable. Still like that cohesion to be up more. 72%. We're gonna invest some influence to get it 95.
I'll make an offer they can't refuse.
Standing by for orders.
Yeah, let's keep
Restoring
you stabilizing.
order.
Caliphate. India probably could use someone public campaigning. In fact, actually, I think that's more important. Let's have you public campaign in India. We'll even let you have some funds to do
Making
that
our
better.
case.
Victor 20 arrives. Okay. We sortie India 644. Was not expecting company out here. Yeah, Victor 20. This is the big fleet, I think. We may not win. Although apparently the enemy does not want to fight. We'll pay a couple KPS,
Offering assistance.
and we'll go back to our gas
I will
station.
help them.
We'll see if they even hang around. We need to refuel before we can run them down. Because I think what's occurring there is we've got the I think we've got the acceleration, we don't got the fuel. So if they don't want to engage, they don't have to engage.
Surveillance complete.
We've gained an agent.
Gained an agent.
Ready to sabotage.
That gives us info on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 bases. The River Drive.
Things are cooling off.
the people will come to our side.
The platform's complete. Need a little more time for the power plant, and I think the dock to come online. Oh, and I don't need to do researching quite that fast. Turn that down. Because now we're just in researching technology because we got research state of the game. Another core economic region for the Kale plant. Help them raise their GDP. Okay. You're one of the 3 people who can go hunt the alien bases, so let's get you on that.
Going in hot.
Where to?
Ready for orders.
You offered advising and doing the same.
We're going in.
Standing by.
You'd make a decent advisor, so I'll actually put you on advising the
Lending my
EU,
expertise.
Where to?
and then you'll go on alien bases again.
Taking it to them.
There we go.
Where do you need me?
Ready for my mission.
Give you wealthy. Later we can follow that up with rich. Prosperous, which could be followed up with wealthy. Oh, grab another security on you. Otherwise, you'll probably work on wealthy next. Espionage here. There we go. Confirm assignments, let time pass.
I will help them.
Lending my expertise.
There's our space dock. Allowing you to repair and resupply, and you to repair and resupply. And then in India 644, we'll find out if the aliens are still sitting here. Oh, I should check how... 16 days to Naiad, okay. Could you get to Naiad really quickly? Because you're most of the way here, 12 weeks. Might actually be better off with the one at Jupiter if it's 12 weeks. Oh, yeah. So what's going on there is, in minimum delta V terms, Exodus here is between Uranus and Neptune. But from an orbital mechanics standpoint, apparently it's actually just quicker to go from Uranus to Neptune due to where we are in the orbital cycle. Yeah, probably because we're doing something like a gravity sling off of the sun. whereas Exodus can't do that. So it makes like a 5-week difference in travel time. The ship's otherwise the same ship, so the fuel requirements to get there is pretty much the same. Well, the fuel requirements from the place where it actually takes longer is less. If we wanted to burn less, we're not worried about that. We want to go fast, so we burn fuel. You've completed repairs. Are the aliens in the orbit with you? No. No, they're not. They've decided to leave. Fair enough. Given that being the case, we also want you to transit to Naiad. That's going to take you 90 weeks, but that's fine. By the time you get there, there should be a working gas station for you. If there's any alien resistance in the system, you'll be the one to go fight it. So, make the transit. I think we now got... How many combat fleets we got? We got 1 going there. 2 going there. Just the 2? I think it's just the 2. Arctic methane eruption. The game is really trying hard to keep the global climate change being a thing.
We have moved the needle.
Target destroyed.
India 664 has completed transfer, has arrived. We now have to wait until a colony ship arrives to set up a gas station, proverbially, and then we'll be able to clear the system pretty quickly, I think.
The LZ is secure.
Slowly restabilizing the EU. Rest point's 4.7, so we were almost at the point where it would be stable. If we can get the cohesion up that high. Hold up, you're in the way. So you're there. You and Naiad parking lot. You're going to Mercury. You're going to Naiad. Oh, actually, I've got 3 going to Naiad. So, other than the fact that we're looking 190 days and 600 days, so they're all going to take a while to get there. But 190 days will be clearing Neptune. And the gas station's going to arrive in 26. It's going to take another 60, I think, to set the gas station up. So in 80 days, we'll have the gas station ready for those refueling.
Taking it to them.
I'm here. Taking it to them.
Standing by. Heading to the LZ.
And yeah, I think with that, we'll go ahead and confirm assignments, let time travel.
Offering support.
Do I still have ships under construction?
Offering
I think
assistance.
I do. No, they finished. So we currently got no ships building. Terran Counselor is no longer responding to communications. Oops, I suppose technically we were working on... It was the power line, right? So you should be working on the tip mech.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
There's the plasma jet. Come on, UI. I hit the open research button. Thank you. And pause, let time pass.
Score 1 for the good guys.
Alien facility assaulted. One more exotics.
Go on for the good guys.
More exotics.
By the numbers.
More exotics. Rich pocket, gonna give us more resources. Although, it depends on where it is. It doesn't necessarily matter in most places. Okay, here we're gonna have you join up. To be fair, I think this fleet that we're talking about here probably has enough Delta V, but I'll be join up the fleet quickly. That way, when we do the found platform, they're both at the platform. Space dock and PDA. And then we do a quick split off the colony gunship. And now we just await the transit's complete. 164 days. Okay, we still know about 6 alien bases, so let's take a swing at the next 6. Next 3. One easy one.
Gear up.
Where do you need me?
Well, and like 5 harder ones, to be fair. For some reason, getting rid of alien bases in the middle of the alien nation is a little hard.
Heading to the LZ.
Ready for orders.
I say, of course, very sarcastically. Like, that makes a lot of sense.
Taking it to them.
Confirm assignments, let time pass.
Offering counsel.
Offering counsel.
Almost got the cohesion in the EU back up too. Yeah, we're waiting for transits. Apparently the aliens are avoiding, in many cases, actually actively fighting us.
The people will come
And
to
they're just
our
ceding
side.
territory to us, which is maybe not the best for them. Victor 2037 has completed transit to Exodus orbit. It looks like just one ship was transiting there. It potentially was transiting there since the time when they had a base. Now, we're the ones with the platform with guns, although it's a smaller platform with less guns. Oops. No, still got the power one. Power plant one.
By the numbers.
That's the drive.
Target secured.
Score 1 for the good guys.
Okay, so that's probably enough exotics we could build the replacements for one of our fleets. So right now, we've got a fleet with 4 ships, I think, parked at Cordelia. Yeah. So, 1 plasma... 2 plasmas, 2 BDs. Plasma laser block 12s and a couple BDs, yeah. So 2 and 2. And if you transit back to Earth, and probably by the time you arrive, your ads will be ready. Ship construction we're going to believe is at Earth. Earth Intermediate. 6 ships are building, so that those 6 slots will work. There we go. It'll be done in 185 days, and when these guys arrive, they'll merge into one fleet, and we'll send them back out to the edge of the solar system. So if I just calm the public, we do lose cohesion, which I'd actually like to avoid. Whereas that's not a lot of loss of democracy, so we'll actually take the democracy here. That's repeatable. We'll skip that for the moment. Okay, so at that point we're out of energy tax. At least until more is discovered. So we'll start working through the military tax instead. Like that one. There's another energy tech.
Your orders?
Green now instructions to attack. Let's hit them.
Going in hot.
What's the op? We're going in.
Ready to go.
This one's going to be the dangerous one. Apparently this one's really well protected. 23% base. I'm going to crank that up to 91.
We are going in.
Offering assistance.
I will help them.
Meteor strike. Only hope it won't be too bad, or try to knock it off target. Success. And with that option because it was a higher probability of success versus the other one. Probe rise, that's fine. Probe rise. I think these are the probes. This might be the probes literally reaching Neptune. Is that the York Cloud? No, this is Neptune. Yeah, this is Trojan base, so yeah. We got to the, we got to Neptune before the probes did, although not by very much. There we go. So the people that we have there can start their refueling. .664 has resupplied. Now, if I was willing to leave the refueling base undefended, we can start destroying the system with that. But I'd like to keep my refueling point safe. Okay, molten salt fission reactor.
Target secured.
Well, that is secure.
Target secured.
There we go. So all the known bases are destroyed. At some point we'll have to track down another servant to find some more bases. Although we did get up to the cohesion level I want, so we can turn off unity in the EU. Focus more on getting the stable point to 5 and less on pushing it out of the danger zone.
Surveilling target.
Ready to go. We'll restore peace to this nation.
Your orders? Restoring order.
Let's actually do a once-over
Ready
on our
for
guys,
orders.
make sure we're spending points where it makes sense. We're saving it for rich, we're saving it for wealthy. You're probably also at the point where I want to start saving up for wealthy in this case. Or famous. Probably famous. You want science. You want espionage. Or actually, no, you want persuasion. And then we're all the way around. There we go. Firm assignments, let time pass.
Offering counsel.
Offering support.
Person of interest surveilled.
Yeah, keep surveilling. We need the explicit amount of loyalty before we can turn them. That's the flare drive, I think. Yeah. And we're just slowly just researching all the projects as we're waiting for ships to fly places.
Violence is
I think
abating.
we're moving fast enough that we won't have to wait for
Violence is
every last
abating.
tech to research before we get everywhere, but with the level of science we're getting, which is like 1.1k, we're teching fast.
Our case remains unheard.
Yeah, I feel like the minimum value in inequality is 1. Although maybe I'm wrong, but it does feel like that's what the minimum value is. So it's the torpedo tech. Military techs are not going to take too long to just do all of. Poseidon Torch. I suppose that would be one way to use our 11.7 thousand fissiles. Probably would have had to use it earlier. If we were really serious on using it. Although we're not actually making very many radioactive, so it wouldn't take long for this to eat the entire radioactive supply, I think. Oh, and you're showing green because
Ready.
Ready.
waiting for you to pick up like
Where to?
what specifically was the rich, really expensive one. Yeah. I think we'll do one more council action, then we'll bring the stream to a close. We are obviously waiting for ships to do their thing. You're going to Earth. You're going to Earth. You're on your way out to Naiad. You'll intercept fleet coming to Earth. You'll be there in 68 days, so not this cycle, but definitely early next stream. Economy expands in the Republic of China. We're now up to 6 control points there.
I will help them.
Offering counsel.
I have new information.
Okay, we now know the loyalty. It's 15. That's not going to be easy to turn, but we've done that before, and we'll presumably be doing it again. So. Hypergolic fragmentation. Yeah, you can see the difference between democracy and authoritarianism. We got a little bit higher education, and also higher government score helps when trying to raise GDPC, right? So we're looking 33,500, we're up to 42,500, so big difference adds up after a while.
Things are cooling off.
Things are cooling off.
For that, I think we'll have every military tech that we've discovered completed. Or every project completed. Perfect timing for another energy one to show up.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Of course, the game just has to invent another or discover another military one for us. Alien Taurus Lantern. And the Taurus Lantern was the drive. So Poseidon Torch will be what takes over for that. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end as it rolls into February here. At this point, we're literally just waiting, I think, for fleets to move around, fight things, get to places. Hopefully that decolonization is actually helping to stabilize the EU. Probably is. Yeah, that's Regions of the Hostile Claims, that's what's going on. That's dragging the rest point down by 1. Materials just completed. We can go back into Future Tech Space Science. We're just paying an extra 180 to manage traffic between all our mines. Those of you who know the formula for that can figure out how many mines over the threshold we are. Maintain 40, so yeah, you can do the math there and figure out how many mines we have. We have a lot of mines. I'd like more. Need to be a little bit more cost effective before we make the limit go up more. Up the science here. Okay. I should remember to assign someone to go do that turn mission.
Your orders?
You only have 23 persuasion, so we shouldn't send you. Let's send the advisor. This guy. Turn the counselor, 11% base, crank it to 83%.
Reeling them in.
But yeah, this is the state of the run. This is where we're going to head and bring the run to the close on this stream. Next stream, I suspect we will finish out the run. Right, because if we go zoom out to solar system view, alien resistance lies in Neptune and Onar. So their home base out in the Oort Cloud and Neptune are basically the only points of alien resistance left in the system. We look at our victory objectives. We have completed the GDP. We needed 60% of the GDP. We've got 88%. We needed tier 3 bases on all these locations. We have them. The biggest thing that's probably standing between us and victory is the fact that we need to destroy 6 alien fleets. Or at least render their combat strength below 4,000. Don't necessarily need to destroy them to the last. Neptune has the majority of the alien bases we got to get rid of, so we got to destroy all bases of tier 3 in the main planetary systems. So there are 4 in the Neptune system, and they are 2, not including their home base, out in the Oort Cloud. I believe both of these are the same Oort Cloud object. I believe one's the orbital and the other one's the second base on, yeah. One's, oh no, there's an asteroid. So they got their home base has a moon. They got a base on the moon, they got a base on the place. Fair enough. As far as global stats of planet Earth go, we're up to 9.1, almost 9.2 billion people living on Earth. Another almost 300,000 in space. GDP is 204.5 trillion, of which we can work out from over here. We own almost 180 trillion of it. Specifically own 179 trillion. These are the prices right now for the commodities. Certain things cause them to fluctuate up and down. Someone must have sold some fizzols to Earth. The fizzols are actually slightly cheaper than they should normally be. Fizzols go up in price when people build the bomb. It goes down when you sell fizzles to Earth. I think raising the GDP causes nobles and base to go up, which is why it's slightly above base. Base starts at 10 and base starts at 15. And then antimatter and exotics, I think, have fixed prices. And water and volatiles, you can only buy from Earth, you can't sell to Earth. And so it's actually antimatter and exotics, you can only sell to Earth, you can't buy from. Global climate change has been paused from carbon dioxide. 1 year ago, it was actually higher, although we've only dragged it down by 0.4 parts per million. Not much. Atmospheric nitrous oxide hasn't been changing. And we have actually been getting the methane down. There's been all those events that have been driving it up, but we've been keeping it down. Yeah, I remember, I think last stream, it was 1.9. We're basically keeping it at 2. It's not going up anymore, as far as global climate change is concerned. Oh, one reason it might have gone up is the stratospheric aerosols, which mostly come about from the bomb. No one's been dropping any bombs recently, so that's probably been clearing up, and that's probably been causing the temperature to go up. I suppose in the long run, that's a good thing. We want that to clear up anyway. But yeah, we need to get the... We've paused climate change. We haven't started to reverse it yet. Partially because probably the place that was doing the most to reverse it is the EU, and we're focusing on trying to keep the EU stable, not reverse it. But yeah, we're doing enough to clean up what everyone else is doing to mess it up. And I suppose we could poke around to figure out which systems have all the people. Is there an easy way to see that? Probably not. If you want, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, if you want me to go figure that out, feel free to let me know via a chat message. It is actually reasonably easy for me to check what the state of the fleets are. So the aliens are sitting at about 50,000, basically 49,500 fleet power. We, not the Resistance has only got 2k. We are sitting at 56, almost 57k. So at this point, we are stronger, at least as far as the game is concerned. We are stronger than the aliens. Which makes sense. We have driven them back to Neptune and the Oort Cloud. The aliens are doing one last throwing the dice at Earth, sending what? That would be about 1/8. Yeah, probably about 1/8 their entire fleet at us, at Earth. All right, so we're gonna one fell swoop defending Earth defeat 1/8 of the alien fleet. Because that's how scary we are. They're going to send 1/8 just to come to the attack. And then, yeah, there's one fleet at Triton. Once we get the second fleet in to Naiad, we'll probably go attack that. They've got 2 at their base in the Oort Cloud. They have 1 transferring out to Minerva orbit. Don't necessarily know where that is. I think that's out in the Oort Cloud. It might not be, but I think it's out in the Oort Cloud. And then it's just little fleets all over the place. And a lot of the little fleets are functionally non-functional. Which is why they're all over the place. They're probably places left over, the leftover stranded ships from various engagements. But yeah, this is the state of the run as it serves right now. Climate change has been postponed. These are the ongoing wars. Some of them have apparently been going on for multiple years. And we've been keeping our atrocity count fairly low, at a total of 4. Whereas the servants and Exodus are fairly high. Yeah, I know there is a way to check how many people are in a given system. I just don't know an easy way to check it. Oh, that's because that's a stat you do need to know for building certain buildings. Some of the buildings require a certain population in the system. Click okay, so I can see the Mars one. I guess there isn't an easy way to see the system. Mars is easy because we can see the system one for Mars by clicking on Mars. We got about 35,000 people on Mars, and we got 47 at Mercury, 47,000. I think the first breakpoint 50,000. Seems high that it's 50,000. I can probably check by popping into one of the things here. The breakpoints that I'm thinking of are for the research labs.
I got a tone, it's water tone. Okay, I'm gonna go after that hatch. Can you slip to the right as far
So I should have, if it's less than 50,000, I should have enough in the system for the Tier 2-1 research campus. No, okay, it's 10,000 for Tier 2. Is it 50,000 for Tier 3? Yes, it looks like it's 50,000 for Tier 3. So, right now I can only build research universities, I think, in Earth orbit. No place is large enough yet for universities. Although campuses, apparently, we've got Mercury. Probably Mercury and Mars are big enough to do. Oh, and we just looked at Mars, right? So, 10K, we got both. Only allowed in Earth Luna system or on worlds with over 10,000 people. Oh, so it's worlds, not systems. So, Mars, Mercury is pretty viable. Outside of that's going to be pretty hard. That's why I'm not seeing it when I'm checking Saturn, because I don't think it counts Saturn. It doesn't count all the moons together. You know, I'm not seeing the university here, so the university must be 50,000. Yeah, we can only build campuses everywhere. But yeah, that's the state of the run. Hope everyone has been enjoying. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll probably have a part up for you tomorrow. It'll probably be the beginning of the last stream. I suspect we can probably get this done in 4 parts. The main thing holding us up is just travel time. It's the travel time around the Oort cloud and such. Neptune system, the Oort cloud. So we can probably get through it pretty quickly. If you're watching on Twitch, let me go and bring up the schedule in the next couple days. So tomorrow we will be doing Panzer Corps 2, and the main campaign, I think the Oort campaign, I think has 2 missions left in it. So if everything goes according to plan, we will finish the main campaign tomorrow. So Panzer Corps 2 will end tomorrow. Everything goes according to plan. If things don't go according to plan, maybe it won't, and we'll have like half of Sunday be Panzer Corps 2 and half of Sunday be something else. We'll find out tomorrow. So tomorrow will be Panzer Corps 2. Thursday will be Shadow Empire. Friday will be Whiskerwood. We'll be back to play this on Saturday. And assuming we finish Panzer Corps 2 on Wednesday, unless anyone brings up a different suggestion, I think right now we're playing Humankind. Someone on Twitch chat has already recommended Humankind. Another run of Humankind. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wish you all the best of luck and a good time. If you're watching on Twitch and you want comments responded to, I'll keep this stream up for about a minute or 2 after I'm done doing this outro. With that, wish you all the best of luck, a good time, and bye for now.